Welcome back to the second lesson of introduction to HTML4 and HTML5. I'm going to be writing that down. Introduction to introduction to HTML4 and HTML5. Alright, so what we're going to be doing in this session is talking about the tools that we need to use. Firstly, let me ask you a question. Who created and started HTML4 and HTML5, or HTML itself? I want to tell you that in 1991, the man that's called Belles, Bernard Lee, Bernard Lee started what we call an HTML scripting language. And HTML, the good thing about HTML scripting language is that it can be used on any computer system. It can be used on the Macintosh, it can be used on the Windows system, it can be used on the normal system, it can be used anywhere, it can be used on your phone, it can be used on a tablet, name it, it can be used on any platform. And that is why it's very important for you to note it and know how to use it and know how to control it. Because in the nearest future, a lot of things is going to change the way we work, even in Nigeria. It's already changing in abroad. So now, if you want to put yourself in a competitive age as a student, you need to start learning all these things. So now, back to what I was saying as regards to who created HTML. It's called Bernard Lee, and this was done in 1991. 1991. I need you to note all this. So another thing is that why do we have to? Why do we have to have the knowledge? Why do we want to have the knowledge? I mean, because this is very key, and this is gonna, gel us up to achieving our goal in this lecture. Imagine this is you, and you have a lot of knowledge. Maybe you are trained in the industry as regards, to be a doctor or to be an accountant or to know how to do something that is adding value to people in lives, because that's why we go to school. Having been taught, you also want to share your idea with people on all the platforms that we have. This is the phone, this is the computer, and this is a notepad. Notepad. When I say notepad, I mean mobile tablets. Tablets. And you have different people on this different device scattered all over the world. Remember, a network and an internet. How we describe the internet. You have people all over this place, and this is you. You also have a computer system here. You have a computer system that you want to share with people, and you have all you want to. You have a content in that computer system that you want to share with people. Maybe you are in Lagos, Nigeria, and all these people that you're talking about, the computer, the tablet, and even the mobile phones, they are all over. They are all scattered all over the world. For you to reach them, you can, once you're on the internet, because the internet connects you to all of them, you can actually dish out your information. And for you to dish out that information, you need to have a knowledge of HTML. Another reason why you need to have a knowledge of HTML is we are entering a very competitive stage. The economy is getting more competitive, and you need to be armed with tools that can make you fight. When I say fight, that can make you earn a living. And one of those tools that adds value to you is HTML, because your ideas, your vision, your knowledge will be different. I mean, what you give out to people, you add value, and people want to always pay for that. And that's one of the reasons why you need to also have the knowledge. You need to be able to cope with this advanced world. You have information that you want to dish out on the phone to this guy and to this guy at the same point, and at the same time you need this internet, you need the HTML, the knowledge of HTML. So having said this, what I also want you to take care of is, what are the tools I need to work on during this session? What are the tools I need to use? I'm going to mention it briefly before I switch to those tools on the computer systems, so that you can see how they are. And also, if you look below this, the training website, you see there are a couple of tools that I want you to make use of. You can download it on your computer systems and install it, because this is going to be a practical session. There's going to be practical session in this. So you can make use of a Notepad Plus. Let me start with Notepad on your computer system. I'll show you all that. You can make use of Notepad Plus. You can make use of Edit Plus, but this you have to pay for this before you can get it. Edit Plus. Well, if you're actually now building a very industrial solution, industrial website, or you're doing a website at a large scale, and you want to fast track what you're doing, you can make use of a Dreamweaver. Adobe Dreamweaver, and you can make use of NetBeans. You can make use of the Visual Studio. Visual Studio. I will explain what I mean by all this. NetBeans is used by the people programming Java. You must have heard about that, but I won't want to talk deep into that, because that's another course on its own. Visual Studio is used by the people who make use of C#. All these are beyond our scope in this lecture. Dreamweaver can be used by the Java and the C# and HTML. Edit Plus can be used by HTML. Notepad can be used by HTML. Sorry. Let me clean this up. I'm going to write it for you so I can note it. It is not. Notepad++. This is also HTML. This is Edit Plus. And this is also HTML. So for you to quickly jump into programming, into development, you need to have all these tools because they are going to help you. But the more you have, the more you go down this level, the better it is. The more you go down this level, the more you go down like this, the better the way of actually relating with your development, and the more you can actually develop very well. But some people are so good with NetBeans and they don't have to even move to Notepad. But I tell you, Dreamweaver, I use Dreamweaver, and I'm going to be showing you how all these are being done. Let me show you on the computer system so that you can have a feel of what I'm talking about. This is actually Dreamweaver. You can see this is a Dreamweaver. I'm making this is an HTML page, and this is what we're seeing in the HTML page. So let me give you an a notepad, a NetBeans. This is a NetBeans. This is used to develop. This is being used by Java programmers, and they also use it to. It's coming up. Okay, can you see? And this is a programming language. This is a Java programming language. This is NetBeans. Once you see this logo, it's a NetBeans. And aside that, I'll also take you through we have another one which is Notepad++. You'll be wondering, I have all this on my system. Well, if I want life to be easy for me, I better get all those things. And it's very easy to get. We've been able to package all these things into the development, the training web portal. If you look below this video, before you click the video, you see it there, recommended tools that we've actually recommended for you. If you can get a Dreamweaver, oh cool, that's gonna be lovely, but that's gonna make you a bit lazy. And you can get that also from Utiga, or if you're in Nigeria, you will know what Utiga is. Computer Village, that's what I mean. You can get that there as a CD. But if you're outside the country, you can just download this software from Adobe company on the internet, on the website. Adobe website. So so let's move on. The Visual Studio is used by the C# people. Those are the people that write C# or Visual Basic, C++. It's a version of programming language. That's what even the Windows is created on, started by Bill Gates. I've opened it so that I can see it. I can also do as well as the Windows Windows, different kind of windows on it. It can do what we call ASP server. This is what I use to write that, and you can also do HTML. For those people who program on C# and Windows related applications, they can also use this. They can use this to program their HTML. But I'm not going to be using it in this application. I mean, this discussion, in this lecture. So now another question that comes to mind now is what next do I need to do to get started? What next do I need to do to get started? We're going to be doing a lot of practical session in this session. What you need to do is so simple. The next thing is that you need to go on your computer system and create a folder. Um, let me go on my computer system. I'm using Windows 8. Um, okay, it's coming up. Okay. Double click on my computer or my PC on your computer system, and after you have double click on your PC on your computer system, you see a folder, like you see a hard disk session like this, a C prompt. Double click on it. After double clicking on it, you have it in this format. Then you can go to the C prompt and then right click on this. Just right click on it like this. You can right click on this and you say a new folder. It will create a new folder for you. Then you can type my development. I click enter and double click on this, on the my development. That means all the development you're going to be doing in this session is going to be stored under my development. So you can also right click on it again, say new, and click on folder, and now type lesson 1. This lecture is going to be really practical lectures. So it's not going to be filled with lectures that can bore you. So now that we've done this, we're good to go. We're good to go. All right. Thank you. In the next lecture that we're going to be doing, we're going to be diving into HTML development, and we're going to be covering a few intro about the HTML development. Thank you.